still a very competitive game. Right? It wasn't like a wash or anything.
That's why I'm saying if they stuck to their guns and played a game that was more familiar to how they ran through the M7 World Championships, maybe they would have a better early season performance.
Yeah, it'd be better.
Again, it already has one gash on it. It has one loss against Liquid, but respect where it's due. Liquid is the champion. Maybe now they can start repairing that.
Fight!
And
Fight for the
TNC are well
ultimate answer.
respecting the possibility that they will just be reverting back to what's more familiar. First, taking out the Fredrin in their bans. But even though, again, we are in expanding rivers, we will not be seeing the likes of the Fanny or the Hilda, especially the Hilda, which is interesting. I think yesterday in their series against Liquid, they did not pay attention to the Fanny as much. It wasn't banned at all yesterday.
Which is interesting because I'm pretty sure both Zyda and Demon Kite will be very happy to take that.
I guess which is why. Because yesterday, maybe there's a bit more less of a threat that Carl TZ will pick it up. Like
True.
it's more, maybe Demon Kite will, but also the fact that they just left the Marcel out in the open, maybe they didn't want to risk it. Which also is another thing you might want to take a look at because the Marcel also is still available. There are a lot of priority picks actually that are still available, even the Eve. Even the Valentina, I feel. Like the Valentina might be something we have to look at.
Valentina's huge because that will kind of just discourage. If you leave it open, it'll discourage picks like the Sora,
The clouds are
like
Marcel,
the Eve,
but this heart
right?
remains
And Sora's
steadfast.
banned here,
There.
which doesn't happen a lot recently. So I love that you have that option at least.
So yeah, the Valen, the Eve are available. It's
Zushin's just banned.
yeah, Jushin's still banned. So I wonder what Aurora could be considering. Now even the backshot. So some of the key picks which worked really well for them yesterday are still out there though. That's the Grok 2, Leomord, but the Eve is out in the open.
Those are a lot of first pickable material up on the table here. I love the Leomord yesterday. I love Eve as a usual first pick.
Freya!
Oh my goodness! Oh, I'm so used to seeing it on ban.
We forgot.
Yeah, it's usually here in red.
If I were to guess a single player in the MPL who knows how to solve a gold lane Freya, it's the gold lane fighter from Season17. It's Benny Cutie.
Yeah.
He should know how to play this matchup, and I think in the first three alone, he should pick his hero. If it is
Among the
a calculated pick
exists
to
the
let the
equilibrium,
Freya through.
I was
Yeah,
made for.
I'm sure TNC didn't just like let that through because Freya has been the highlight pick. Two of the strongest first picks being picked up by TNC, so you're right. Maybe this is a calculated trade.
Yeah, nothing gets by finding Hito and Etomax.
100%.
Yeah.
We're always so aware.
Who are both wearing suits, by the way.
Yeah.
They look dapper.
They do. More than some of us. Amazing.
Okay. I think this is the first Guinevere we're seeing this season.
Is it the first
In
pick?
MPL PH, yeah.
MPLPH.
Wow!
I guess there's been a lot of like conversations on whether or not it's still gonna be effective because of the rise and the introduction of the new hero, maybe Marcel,
Yeah.
and the buff on heroes like Phovius, who got picked up just now by TNC. So they did not reveal the Benny Cutie hero just yet to match this Freya.
We've never seen a gold lane Phovius. I don't know if today's the day. We've seen a mid lane Phovius played by Coach Etomax back in the day, but
yes.
XP Phobius is common, but we don't know if it's gold.
There have been EXP Freya games previously too.
that too.
That too. And in MDL Philippines, 3 times Guinevere on jungle.
There you go.
So we're not, we cannot not decide on the roles.
Yeah, very flexible lineups here so far for both of our teams. I love it.
Okay, but that's also taking into consideration that it's Benny Cutie. That's why we're considering the possibility. But now that the Grok, I was about to say the light, the Grok is gone for light. Oh, that too. When was the last Guinevere roam? It's been a while, right? So I don't think
I feel like it's an M7. I remember maybe an M7, maybe from players like Kiboy.
Yeah, we've seen it in M7.
Right.
There was at least one roam Gwyn in
At least
M7.
one roam win.
So that's Keyboard.
Must have been Kiboy, so So far, so good. I think the gold lane is definitely going to be heavily banned here. Unless it is a trap by TNC.
Because they're also not thinking that it's a gold lane Phobius.
I wouldn't think that.
I wouldn't think that
honestly.
too.
Unless, like, before Leo brought up that it was Bendicuti, I would never have thought of gold lane Phobius.
Yeah. There's an Alice ban for TNC, so they're blocking out solid picks for Edward. No Lapu Lapu too. There's no Lapu Lapu. Oh, well, it's open. I don't know if you'd want to do that. Uranus could be good against the Phobius. Does nothing literally in the lane.
What's with the YSS ban though? Did they expect a gold YSS
Gold
gold?
YSS.
Yeah.
Really?
Because again, that Freya first pick is such a flex.
Yeah, Benny and his hero pool runs too deep, so maybe they really wouldn't want to risk it. There's just so much control that the Phobius and Eve could already provide, so that's already the Leomord that's free. So you would want to lessen your problems, though the likes of the Harith also would be still, but that's again on Purify that's required because of the presence of a Guinevere. We get to find out what the hero will be for Bendicuti later on. Now we take a look at Light and Edward. Or is it Edward? I guess it's gonna be Edward, so...
Edward's 100% gonna be picked here. But I'm not, again, we're not sure if Guinevere's going on roam or jungle yet.
Because Light has played Guinevere role in the
Yeah,
past.
Exactly.
okay, so there's just so many possibilities here. Wait, because I'd like to think that it is gonna be a Guinevere roam, but where is the other damage gonna come from? This is a Kimmy Freya.
I don't mind the
Yes.
Arlot here for Edward.
Unlap is still Okay,
Gwyn jungle.
Gwyn jungle.
Classic Hylos. So where's the damage? It's all on the Freya and the Kimmy. That's it.
That's about it.
Not sure how I feel about that.
You know what? Compared to what Rora's been doing since yesterday, this is fine.
You'll take it.
Oh, so he doesn't pick something too
Alright.
out of or too extraordinary.
Wow.
But I like it. This is the classic Bendicuti cross-map player we know.
He's going deep. This is not in-your-face Benny Cutie. This is backdoor Benny.
Ooh, look at that. Predict the match winner. You get 1,000 MLBB diamonds, guys. Super fans, go ahead and take it. Scan that QR code now to know more.
Okay, I am already excited to see how Chaknu will be playing this Marcel. And how are they going to get the most value out of it? Because even looking at Aurora's lineup so far, Benny Cutie and his potential to just constantly pressure the lanes, I feel like it wouldn't be that hard of a task for him. There's no one really from Aurora, maybe except from Edward, who you could really expect to just go toe-to-toe when it comes to managing and preventing Benny Cutie from doing his thing. So Aurora might want to pay attention to that, but for now, I have my eyes on Chakno. How is he playing this new hero?
I completely agree. Coming in here for match 2, game number 1, TNC Pro Team versus Aurora Gaming. I am so excited to see Chaknu on the Marcel, because I feel like he's one of the players in the whole MPL Philippines that everyone just wants to know, hey, how is Chaknu gonna play this guy? How is Chaknu gonna take these photos?
Yeah.
No pressure. Freya has, Marcel hasn't won.
Marcel hasn't won, exactly.
So it's up to him.
Yeah.
0-2, bro. 0-2.
It's just that you know him to be a very flashy roamer.
He's
so,
like high IQ.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's the one who can actually make this work.
Together with the Eve too, right? So those are two passive AoE spells that you can commit when it comes to a team fight. But Aurora, just the same. There's so much pressure. There's a threat of a stun from the spatial migration. And if you don't get to finish off your targets in time, then there's just an easy way out with that glorious pathway.
Wait, I have a question. When you use Golden Hour, does the Eve projectiles also get delayed from the top? Coming from...
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Everything in that area
Everything.
ceases to function.
What about the Lapu Lapu Bravest Fighter stun?
Yes.
It does get delayed too?
He gets caught in the air like that.
Yeah. Which is why it's so good against heroes who depend on like ultimates with cooldown or
No,
like
I mean,
with a
if the Lapu Lapu's outside,
Yeah.
then he casts inward.
Yep.
Yep.
The blade
That's
stop.
also
The blade
that
stop.
delay. All right. I haven't seen that indication yet.
Oh,
All
little
right.
skirmish.
Yes,
3mar.
yeah.
Thankful that there wasn't really an engage. He was running into that wall.
Yo. Okay, both teams are already setting up for this turtle right now. First to get level 4 though will be Yue. Wow, the pressure on the EXP lane, you could really feel it.
Whoa.
Edward goes in.
Bravest fighter.
Yeah.
Preemptively.
Wow.
No dice. TNC can't even think to contest.
What a zone.
Yeah. First key to victory. Secure the neutral.
Lancing
keep
with the
going.
real manipulation. A lot of damage coming in for TNC. They fry Edward. Free pickoff, and they're not done light. Glorious pathway. Can he get away? Inferno pursuit by 3mar. Not enough to pin down the big centaur.
If there's anything I could add to our keys to victory, or maybe like put it right after securing the neutral objectives for Aurora, it's also making sure that you win post turtle fight. Because TNC, they're a team that will not hesitate to, at least if they don't get the objective, would probably force out a fight. And that's exactly what we saw happen just now. But it's also partly Aurora just wanting to continue the pressure, I feel. They went straight towards the purple buff. But then it was TNC who was able to capitalize on that.
They're actually right. That's the old Omega DNA that I'm talking about. That's being ingrained in TNC. Okay, it's not always about the objective, but you also have to win that post-objective team fight. They love taking that.
Yeah, so right now, at least for Aurora, they didn't lose much. It was Edward too. And it'll be really quick for him. It's not like he's completely on a losing lane against Phoveus totally right now. And at least for Dominkite, he's still up there, as you can see, in terms of the gold ranking. I feel like at least almost 500 ahead of Benny Cutie even. So he's able to somehow manage Benny Cutie really well as of the moment. And at least we don't get to see him join a big fight just yet.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. There really is no pressure for Dominkite to pick anything up. But once they figure out Chaknu's tempo and cadence on that golden hour, then that's when it'll make a difference. Because truth be told, the Marcel is so strong against the majority of Aurora's lineup. 4 out of those 5 have to play around the golden hour.
That's the thing, right? If you're playing around the Marcel and you're a melee hero, that's like a nightmare. Because you can't play around it. You have to go around the ulti.
Whoop! There's the golden hour stopping the turtle at about a third of its health. TNC looking for an entry. Oh, there's the RWM. Fantasy as well. Zaida just yeets it. Drive, a buy, turtle take. And now Light in trouble with that revitalize. Not going to survive. 1-for-1 the trade. Chaknu for Light. Up next is going into B3mar. Double kill for Edward. Good trade. A turtle for 2.
Yep, they somehow equalized what was almost a clear win for TNC. That golden hour felt like a huge buy time just so Zaida could make it in time. And sharp as ever when it comes to the retribution, if only Aurora didn't find a way around that post-turtle fight. So what we mentioned earlier as possibly one of the strengths of TNC, Aurora are slowly catching up even after that one fight. They've already learned how to adjust.
Yeah, so it does feel like they know how to play around that golden hour. Apparently, just don't engage.
Yeah.
And they were able to play around it very, very well. And then 3mar being a Phoveus was not really able to survive long enough.
Not yet.
Especially not against 3 people from Aurora.
He was left alone though earlier, but did get so much space out for TNC. But you need a bit of help, and I feel like you could have really maximized it a bit more.
They're left alone there, just like my favorite cozy game, Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's not a cozy game.
Oh, is that a
dude.
cozy game?
Zaida here, pushing out 2, forcing Demonkite to get on out of there. Spatial migration out of tier 1. Down bottom. Oh, Yue gets caught by the golden hour alone.
All right.
He's fine. He's got the range.
Not that much of. They don't really have that much to leverage. Benny Cutie's not there. He can't like stack up those spears or anything.
Oh!
They're fine. They got some gold on top though.
They're so quick. I also just want to like commend how Yue has been doing such a great job at holding down the mid lane all by himself. Because even against Chaknu, he's not afraid to just constantly throw out these bullets and control, get the information. So Aurora are just overall well informed about TNC and their rotation. So you could see even both sides are already taken down by Aurora. Oh, but this is the upcoming turtle fight.
Tracking shot finds 2. Light and Yue but they'll still hold their ground. Dominicite gets flushed out by Chaknu. That's 4 members collapsing. Momentum thrown out by Zaida. And they're pushing Dominicite out, but the newly crowned M7 world champion in the gold lane refuses to back down. This is 5 members of TNC in mid.
Oh.
RWM by Lancey, swiping away, far from the turtle pit. In comes the Valkyrie's descent from Dominicite. Golden hour, freezing that turtle, and it goes down. Demonkite secures. No dice. TNC takes down Light. One more, Edward backs out. SOD, it's on you, in that Y brush, does not force the issue. 1 hero for a turtle. I think RORA wins.
Yep, they were okay with that. And how fortunate was it for Aurora that the 2 members who weren't part of the Golden Hour hold up? Okay.
They're still going! Chakmu with a tracking shot, crossing tier 1 mid.
Okay, going back. Those 2 members who weren't caught in the Golden Hour were actually the tankiest heroes of Aurora. So that was Edward and Light. So even if they were able to isolate the damage dealers, TNC took too much time trying to take down these 2 heroes, who even by the end of the duration of the Golden Hour were still alive. So they were able to secure the objective, they were able to still fight back, and TNC were only able to get Light.
Yeah, I think that just highlights how important it is to actually dodge the golden hour, because if you can reposition around it, you kind of just nullify it completely. And that's what we're seeing here. It's a masterclass of evasion here for RORA.
They are freezing Dominicite in to punish his push. Top lane, a tier 2. Valkyrie just trying to get away. Zaida through Demonkite with a massive violent requiem. All the way does not keep him in. Chakra gets taken out. 3 more double jump. Infernal pursuit onto Edward. Answers back, Bravest Fighter. Now he gets the jump on. Demonkite finds 3 more. 2 for none. Aurora are feeling it.
Dominicite is never alone.
He
Even
isn't.
when he looks like he's just going for the split pushes and doesn't want to leave lane, Demonkite was right there. An on-point spatial migration against 2, and Chaknu, there was nowhere else to run.
I guess that's the tricky thing about this, or maybe that's the deceptive thing about this. Invisibility from spatial migration. He might look alone,
Yeah.
but actually Dominicite can actually follow up very, very quickly, and you won't even see it coming.
Okay.
So that's a scary thing here. And RORA looking really good as a unit going around the Lord right now.
Venicuri couldn't even join anything just yet. He almost tried to in that previous turtle fight, but now it's a Lord that we're looking at.
Oh, this is not even a dance. This is a halftime blitz as the Lord is approaching 1/3 of its health. Now, of
fast.
course, where are the rest of TNC? Venicuri clearing in mid. Phantom Steed crossover with RWM and Glorious Pathway. Down goes Lancey. Lord still up. Valiant Requiem catches 2. Zaida does not like where he is. Lord gets reset. Chaknu is down. Zaida gets killed. Another for Edward. 2 for none. And they get 1 more. 3 more is the 3rd. Aurora standing on business.
Oh my goodness, these spatial migrations again and again from Demonkite, who just took the Lord. Now, TNC are having such a hard time moving around these team fights, and to think that they weren't even able to take down Yue, who was just 1 hit from dying at that moment. Aurora, another clean win in terms of the objective.
It just feels like TNC is just hitting and hitting and hitting, but no one's actually faltering. Their HE bars aren't going down. It's definitely an uphill battle here so far for TNC.
Whoa! Chaknu trying to catch him. Double freeze here. Not much of a follow through. Aurora have denied so many good setups by TNC, and it's not just a setup, it's a follow through that they're struggling with. I love how the celebrities saying no photos, no pictures, please, no golden hour. That doesn't come for free. Massive combo, the collapse from Aurora. 3 for none from out of nowhere. Make that 4. Venicuri gets caught out. And the Dominicite does not want the smoke out of that fountain. The Lord marches in. Another wave in mid. Aurora are going to be taking game number 1 at 11-11. Make a wish.
Make a wish, boys and girls. It is game number 1 going to the Northern Lights, and they did it in style.